Welcome one, welcome all to the first inaugural Crucial Con from Coffin Comics. Can you dig it? Are you ready for 3 fun-filled days of panels, shopping, media, and announcements heretofore unknown in the known universe? I don't know about you guys, but I know we're ready. I'm Brian Pluto, publisher of Coffin Comics, and I'm here with the one and only Coffin crew. Julian the Hooligan, Brandy Sparkles, and Nick Napalm. Man in the camera, as always, the one and only Jimmy Coffin. Jimmy Coffin. Okay, folks, coming up at the 1 o'clock hour, in just a couple minutes, we have the instant edition with Monte Moore. But before we do that, again, you guys have anything you want to say? It's going to be
Are you ready for the madness?
And then there's Nick.
He's thinking really hard.
It may not be in the generally agreed upon universe at the moment, but that doesn't matter. Before we would love to kick off Crucial Con with a very, very special musical piece by the one and only super fiend, Haley Anderson. So without further ado, feast your weary eyes and ears on the musical stylings of an international fiend. Here you are. All right, we heard that particular piece, which is still playing in my ear, was unheard by the fiend, so we're going to try it again at the top of the 2 o'clock hour. So if there's, we'll post it live too. We're going to be posting it live as well. So we're new to some of these switching mechanisms, but we assure you that we're going to play it again at the 2 o'clock hour and post it online. So without further ado, let's kick off. Oh, quick announcement. Heck, man, the Coffin Comics Vault is open.
I dug deep. I went really, really deep into those tunnels. I found lots of cool treasures for you. Some of the earliest stuff I can find.
And we're going to get into it in a minute. But without further ado, let's bring on Mr. Monte Moore, and let's get right into the instant edition. Let's welcome Monte. So without further ado, let's kick off. Oh, quick announcement. Monte Moore. Coffin Comics Vault is open. Just checking in on Monte Moore.
Here.
I can see him. He can't hear us just yet. Monte, are you here? All right, great, man.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Well,
I can hear you.
Fantastic. Well, everybody, you may or may not know, but this is the one and only international illustrator, Monte Moore. Monte, thank you so much for being part of Crucial Con and doing our first instant edition. There might be a little delay.
Thank you.
Monte's
Live from
freezing up.
Colorado.
Heck yeah, man. Well, cool. So we're going to get right into it. And here's the premise. This edition doesn't even exist yet. And Monte Moore is about to start it. The idea is he has an hour or less to draw it. So we're going to let him start. So without further ado, Monte Moore, action on the instant edition. Go for it. And we're going to just keep yapping.
Okay, sounds great. I'm going to put my phone in the clamp here so you guys can actually see down. You don't want to see me. You want to see what I'm drawing. So I'm going to get that situated, and then we're going to get to work.
That sounds great. So Monte's going to do his clamp, and then that'll take a minute. So we're going to check out the cool, neat items that are being done for the vault. So Julian the Hooligan, why don't you tell people one or two of the books?
Well, here's what I was buying, guys. I spent a lot of time on this, and I was shocked to find one of these Lady Death Echoes. It's an AP 13 edition done by Tim Vigil. So, bam. I never knew he did a cover for us previously from the modern era. I was mostly used to it from Chaos days.
That one's still available, guys.
Yeah, get them, because this is it. I only got the one, and it's an AP3, so that's it.
The premise of the vault is we open it up for 1 hour, and 1 hour only. All the items that we offer on the vault will be unique to this session. And when this session is over, we close up the vault, and any unsold items will not be offered during this weekend. So we're ready for Monte Moore to come back. And Julie, why don't you just introduce the next item?
All right, let's show another. I figured it was appropriate for our 13th anniversary. I pulled out a Chaos Rules Artist Proof Heaven and Hell. This is a jeweled edition, AP9. There's a really popular images of us that we've had over the years. I've seen it. Didn't we just recently offered it for a special edition too? It's great. What else you got, kiddo? I also got right over here. I love looking at his stuff. Richard Ortiz, Artist Proof, AP7. This is Chaos Rules Hellfire Edition. I just get it themed towards some of our earliest stuff. So I love that we had these. There's the Chaos Rules preview. This is the Scarlet Edition. This is a number 3. Yep, and I'm not going to reveal it. It does come with the beautiful Ace COA and the awesome stickers that we put on these. Kind of make it a little special because these are limited stuff, so we figured we might as well make it unique just for you. Beautiful image right here, Oblivion Kiss, first appearance. This is a number 3 edition, Demonica.
First appearance of the character Demonica, part of Oblivion Kiss.
It's a beautiful.
Oblivion Kiss because as the story began, Lady Death was actually under a spell. She was in Oblivion, kissed by Oblivion.
I remember starting that chapter going, I was like, whoa, what just happened? She's going to be pissed. Also, some fun stuff I couldn't resist. I found me some Chase editions for you guys to pick up. Yeah, about 5 to 7 there. 36, 37. That's it. Once they're done, they're done. Or you just close them in the vault. And when you see them, you'll never know.
All right, I'm back.
This
right, it
one,
looks like let's talk about this one, and we
All
have
right.
Monte Moore back.
Mike Chrome Commission Edition.
Oh, wow.
Publisher file.
Wow, that was originally limited to 77. Beautiful piece of
Beautiful.
Mike Chrome.
Just tuck
And
stuff
here
in
we
these
go.
pockets.
Oh, wow, here you go. You already got Monte Moore drawing away on the instant edition. Love the idea of this overhead shot. So again, the premise of the instant edition is, before this thing ever began, it didn't even exist. Monte Moore is going to do this illustration. Then he's going to send the material, the finished piece, the scan, to Anthony Delaney here in Arizona. Anthony Delaney is going to color it. Then it's going to go to Mike Flippin, our graphic designer in Paradise Valley, Arizona. And then it's going to go back to our printer in Tempe, Arizona. And the idea is that we're going to have samples to show you of the finished piece by Saturday, in hand, before the end of Crucial Con. Now, while we're going, I'm going to check out a couple of comments. Let's see what we got here. Oh, people are just loving Monte Moore. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it was great when we first ever did it at Phoenix Comic-Con. Super cool. So, Monte, how you feeling? How do you feel about the pressure, the intensity? Talk to us.
It's a little bit more pressure cooker than we're used to when you only have an hour and the clock is ticking. So, you and I shot around a few ideas ahead of time, and I think I know what you're after. So people will get to see it evolve here, and I'm trying to make all the strokes count, which means you can't you're not spending a lot of time on like erasing and that you're ripping after it.
Yeah, it's almost like haiku, right? Every line's got to count. There's only a certain amount.
Right. Although I got to say that jam piece that we did at Theme Fest last year was super cool because that was like a multi-artist piece.
Yeah, that was really unique. You guys were kind enough to gift me the original, and I was looking at it recently, and I thought that was remarkable because there you had a multitude of artists putting their hands on it, over 4 artists to create one image. I thought that was a real fun thing to do.
Yeah, and I bet that one probably all took shape in probably an hour or less, didn't it? Or was it more?
Yeah, something like that. Maybe a little more for Jason to color it, spot color it.
Yep. Yeah, that was cool. I know all of us have our fingers crossed and are waiting on bated breath to make sure that if all other cons can fail, but we really want Swarmfest to happen.
That's right. We do. We're monitoring all the conditions to bring forth that event, and a lot of interesting things. People can't travel into our country just yet. A lot of people would come from out of country, so we're monitoring that, see if there'll be a change soon. A couple of our guests literally would be coming from out of country, so that's another factor.
Sure.
While Monte Moore is drawing this, I thought it'd be kind of fun. While Brandy Sparkles come in, and she's going to model some of the stretch goals that we already have coming in for Lady Death Treacherous Infamy.
We've got awesome campaign sticker.
Campaign sticker is in. The evil is unleashed.
Beautiful magnet.
Art by Ken Lashley, Juan Fernandez. Calendar, art by Sun K.
Cool, insane wholesale card.
I love those. Now that's fun. What's fun about that is each one kind of memorializes the funds raised and highlights some of the backers who it's the first time they've ever backed a Kickstarter campaign.
Y'all are badass. Thank you. And the amazing little Deathzilla mini print.
Yeah, that's funny. It's like a little print of a giant pencil.
And then of course the button.
We do those punk rock buttons, man. Love doing
The
them.
button.
Those are fun.
And also is
Oh!
sorry.
I
Well, on the season 3.
guess that was an announcement. It was a mystery. Oh, well, you heard it here in Coffin. That's right. Let's check in on Monte Moore, see how he's doing. Monte Moore, how you doing? How you feeling?
I got hand cramps.
He's got a hand cramp. We have the EMT standing by in the event that he's too dehydrated.
Leave it to Brian to put this kind of pressure on artists. I think Brian invented the instant edition.
I did. I believe I did too. As soon as I saw that it was possible, and the reason it was possible years ago was our printer was actually in the same county as Phoenix Comic-Con was called back in the day. So that allowed us to be able to do it that quick.
Right. Yeah, I think you've pioneered quite a few things in the old industry over your 30-year career.
Why, thank you. We're checking into something or two here. Oh, Brian is stuck on repeat. The broadcast is acting weird. Okay, well, we're on it actually. So Brandy's manning the camera and Jimmy Coffin is seeing what he can do about it. Yeah, just give us
Brandy's
more
on the
feedback.
camera. Bad idea.
Monty's looking very stable. I mean, to the naked eye.
Someone's asking how much for the vigil cover, the vigil cover?
The Vigil?
Yeah.
Let's do $250 on that one. That was limited to 13 copies, and that is AP number 3. So it's an artist proof. And in fact, let's discuss that a little bit more. Julian the Hooligan, why don't you explain exactly to the folks out there what they're looking at?
Now, on the artist proof, everyone, we usually offer only APs 3, 4s, and 5s. This is a number 3, so I should tell you is this. I have yet to see this, and Brandy heard me scream like a fangirl when I found this book.
It's a true story.
It's true. I was so excited because Tim Vigil was one of the first comic book artists I collected art from, so this was really exciting for me. And I remember trying to hunt down his covers he did for Evil and Ernie back in the day. That was near impossible to get my hands on those. So,
Well, that's pretty cool. So we got some feedback that the broadcast is a little wonky. So to our eye, it looks okay. So if any, oh, okay. Facebook might be a little funky, but if you go over to our YouTube channel and you just go to Coffin TV, I think it's pretty smooth over there. Sorry for any interruptions or wonkiness. Yeah, we're multicasting on a multitude of platforms. Last I heard, 75. 75 different international channels. So Monte Moore checking in on Monte. Seems to be doing the job. Do you need any Gatorade, or do we need a masseuse in there? Make you.
Yeah, masseuse would be good. Nope, just trying to draw like the wind, you know? I got to try to deliver the best bang for the buck in the shortest amount of time.
That's right. So the instant edition is now available at coffincomicsshop.com, right there at our Crucial Con.
Just remember, if anybody says that sometimes the fastest things aren't the best, remember that in NASCAR, the best in the world are the fastest.
That's right. So Nick G, would you be kind enough to pull up coffincomicsshop.com, flip your computer around so we could show people where they would need to go. Oh, there you go. So Coffin Comic Shop, Crucial Con, and that's where you can purchase your instant editions by Monte Moore, and upcoming later today at 4 p.m., David Harrigan.
Now, Brian, how long are these going to be available for people to purchase? I've had some people ask that question.
These will be available to purchase until Monday at 5 p.m. So it's a decent time horizon. It's limited, but you have a shot. You may be doing other things, flying in balloons, going to space, sailing across the ocean. But you can stop and you can get your edition. Or in Brandy Sparkle's case, buying shoes.
How
many shoes does she have? I mean, really?
So Monty is teasing you and wondering, Brandy Sparkles, how many sneakers do you have?
Oh, no, not 200. I would say, okay, now flip-flops don't count as sneakers,
Oh,
y'all.
God, those are.
So Converse and Nikes, I think I last counted 87.
So 87, and that, you know, look, a lot of us on this broadcast are comic book collectors, and, you know, you can't judge, because I have thousands of comic books. I never have enough, too, by the way.
Yeah.
You guys all know that feeling, right?
I think Josh here in the studio might be able to give you a run for the money.
No, that would be bad.
Oh, there you go. I imagine.
So, Brandy, Josh wants you to know,
They did for a while. Limited company made.
Josh has 84 pairs of Pumas, so he's giving you a run for the money.
So Monty, Josh, who works for Monty, has 84 pairs of Pumas, so he's a Puma king.
Nice. I'm a Nike queen.
There you go. Yeah. I'm like, whatever's cool. Cozy. Yes. So back, and we're double checking. What does Jimmy Calabrese have to say?
Boom, there it is at the store.
Oh, okay, cool. There you go. You go to Coffin Comic Shop.
There's the home button.
Home button.
We're sharing the screen twice here. We got exclusive.
Yes.
And see him right here. Whoop, right down there. There it is. Monty's Instant Edition.
And oh, I see the vault as well. And the vault is open as we speak.
Well taught, you know.
The vault. Oh yeah, it's open right there. Boom.
Open for 1 hour only.
Got the times. Got all. Oh wow, look what's left. Whoa.
Just items left. Get it while it's hot.
Yeah. So
I'd also like to thank you so much for showing us, Jimmy. I'm sure people got it by now. And now what we'd love to show you is this new edition we're doing to benefit comic shops called the Lady Death Chaos Rules Local Comic Shop Metallic Edition with cover art by David Harrigan. This is to benefit comic shops, and we're doing this in cooperation with Give Comics Hope. So working in tandem with Fairy Metal Photography, who makes our metal covers, and Coffin Comics, we're throwing in our efforts, and all proceeds will be going to comic shops. So what will happen is at the end of our pre-order period, and you can get this book now on our store for $100. I think our pre-order period ends at October 16th. And then we're actually going to cut all the money to BINC, which is Book Industry, BINC, et cetera, et cetera. Those people, they themselves are going to distribute it. And they're an established business who does that. So this is the local comic shop edition. And if you're anything like me or Julian, we're longtime comic book people. Comic book shops have been an oasis for my imagination since I was a kid. And figure this is a way that we would give back. Any thoughts on that?
No, it's really important because a lot of these shops are, family owned. They bust their butts. They work long hours. They really give it their all to succeed and get this beautiful material that we sell and others make for you guys for your enjoyment. So if it wasn't for comic shops, a lot of us probably wouldn't be here today doing what we do. So go ahead and give them a support local businesses.
So we're checking in with Monte Moore, seeing how he's doing. Oh, the image is starting to really come to shape.
Yep, she's coming together. You can see we've got a little bit of a Halloween witch theme going on.
Whoa, I like that.
Lady Death style.
Oh, neato.
I keep pressing so hard, I keep snapping my pencil.
Francisca has one pair of New Balance, and Anthony Delaney will be doing the color.
Yep.
And hello, Jay. How are you? Coming up today on Crucial Con at 2 o'clock. Actually, so what's next on the program?
So actually, it was going to be Sapphire Nova doing Lady Death. They got rescheduled to next week. So we've got coming up at 3 o'clock, Hell Witch
Sacrilegious Kickstarter preview. I don't want to give too much away, but I can tell you that Mike and I just turned in the dialogue. That's usually a chance for me to reflect on the story and feel really satisfied with what we came up with. So we hope you are satisfied. It's a fun book. It's a women in prison story. So if sex, violence, and women in prison is not your thing, this book is not for you.
70s exploitation. Awesome. What's it sound like? 70s exploitation, baby.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
I think Mike McLean did an interview today or this week on our newsletter, and he did say that he actually went back and watched some of Roger Corman's women in prison movies so he could put in all the tropes that people expect inside a women in prison story. And actually recently
and if people don't know that, Michael McLean wrote for Roger Corman and wrote a movie.
That's right. So Mike McLean, co-writer on most of Coffin Comics stuff, has written quite a few pieces for Roger Corman, who's still going strong at the tender age of 95 years old. Keep going, Roger.
Yeah.
And including I think Sharktopus and Attack of the 50-Foot Woman remake. So,
I did the poster for that.
And Monte Moore did the poster for it. Super cool. All right, so it does seem like Monte's image is forming, and being that here we are in late September, it is evoking the fall holiday we all love, Halloween, or what we like to call excuse me?
Some of us love Halloween every day of the year.
That's right. We like to call it over here Coffin-ween.
That makes my heart so happy.
We got some Coffin-ween coming up, folks. The wonderful Monte Moore, frequent contributor to Coffin Comics, turned in some stellar work over the years. Feel free to peruse our store where you will find other wonderful work. Monte, if I understand correctly, you are launching another Kickstarter now that your recent Kickstarter is out. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we actually launched it yesterday, and it's for a new art book. It's not a comics project, and it's my 9th art book. It's called Montage, and it will feature some of the pop culture work, and you graciously allowed me to show some of the Lady Death artwork in the book, which I appreciate.
You're welcome.
But in addition to that, it's actually going to have some of my Western and wildlife, a little bit of automotive, and
Nice.
just be a little different than some of the other books, a little wider breadth of style and subject matter. And so we're off to a great start. I think this morning we were sitting around 8,000, 8,500.
Wow, that's cool.
Funded in about 20 minutes. So, you know,
Whoa.
it's not a Kickstarter, but pretty respectable for the Monte Moore.
That's great. And what is the size and the format, Monty?
It'll be similar to if people have the Naughtier or Naughty Lady Death art books, full-size sheet of paper, 8.5 by 11. There are a couple of hardcover editions that are very select. A couple of them are already sold out. And then the rest of the books will be softcover.
Excellent. Well, that sounds great. And how many pages inside?
It'll be a minimum of 64, and depending
wow.
on how the Kickstarter goes, we might add more pages to it. There's some opportunities for people to get sketch covers. They can get some original art. There's some prints. We're doing a little bit of philanthropy to it. There's a tier where $10 of every pledge goes to Hearts and Horses, an organization that helps people in need through equine therapy. And so that's the charity we're working with this time.
Excellent. Well, that's really cool. It's very nice that all your Kickstarters have a philanthropic element to it.
Yeah, just, you know, and we usually pick one particular tier. That way it's very easy to track and say, hey, if you want to help us support this particular cause. And in the last Kickstarter, we raised over $3,000 for veterans.
Wow. That's
which
really
was
cool.
Awesome. 4? Josh is giving me the 4. I guess we raised over $4,000.
That's great.
Yeah.
And I see a couple people checking in. That includes the one and only King Scott Finley is talking to you. He's like, how's it going over there, hooligan? And then someone's asking you a question, Monty. Did a modern pop color about a week ago that I'd love to see replicated on Lady Death. Oh, you did something that they like. That's cool.
Modern. Oh, yes. Well, without letting any cats out of the bag, that may or may not happen.
Okay, there you go. No cats left out of the bag.
Now
So here we are.
There is a cat.
Here we are halfway through at about 127. This panel goes till 145. Monte will probably require a little more time, but here we go, really coming together. Amazing. So Lady Death as a Halloween-inspired witch. That is tremendous. I think people really love it. I can't wait to see what Anthony Delaney will do. Anthony has a very unique color palette. He sees color in a very unique way that I think is going to be very complementary to this image. And I know he, like most of us, adore Halloween as well. So I can only imagine how that's going to look. I see Scott No. He's checking in.
Hey, Scott.
Oh, good. And he is also complimenting you on local hero Monte Moore.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks for the support. And we got great feedback on all the people who read the story as well, which is very fulfilling as a writer, as you know.
Yes. Yeah, I saw all those compliments you got. That's great, man.
Yeah, I was a bit nervous, I will be honest.
Yeah, it's nerve-wracking every time, right? But that's the fuel to the fire. People like what you do. It inspires you to do a little bit more.
Absolutely. Yeah, I have 3 projects that are, you know, it'll probably take quite a while for them to come to fruition, but I'm working on 3 simultaneously, trying to take another page out of the Brian Polito How to Get It Done book.
Yeah, get it done. There's only one rule with the get it done. Rule number 1, get it done. The whole story. I should do like a 300-page book. The title is How to Get It Done. Open up page 1. How to get it done. Answer, get it done.
Quit screwing around reading this book and get it done.
Exactly. What are you doing wasting your time reading this book? Get it done. Brandy Sparkles is like, yes. Everyone that we hire here at Coffin Comics is all like that type A personality. like lunatics, similar to your boy. Sorry. If the shoe fits.
The asylum runs better when they're all lunatics.
Yeah, that's true. Right. Yeah, the lunatics definitely took over this asylum. Well, Hooligan, why don't you show a couple more items for fun? I like this graded piece. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Well, I thought we would introduce something we are going to be rolling out slowly but surely in time. We're offering graded editions of our books. This one right here is one of the first ones. This is the Lady Death Secrets. Way back in 2017, the beautiful Dawn McTee. This is her necklace sketch.
Cool thing is it's signed by Dawn, and that is a 9/8. 9/8, not bad.
Weird.
I love the whole Shakespearean thing she did with this piece too. It's amazing. That piece is looking really nice. Wow.
Yep. And it looks like someone grabbed that graded book, so maybe that's an indication we should be doing more. I hear little sound gremlins on our thing. We're going with it. Little-
Let's pull that in the Devotions, Naughty Lament.
Naughty Great.
And Mendoza.
I always thought that was so cool, like Hellraiser, the name of the puzzle box is the Lament Configuration. What a cool name.
Nice if they can decide what they're going to do with this series.
Yes. Yeah, some of these, I mean, this thing goes super way back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the date on this one might be, so this is Lady Death Icon Toronto Con Edition. There were 69 copies.
I want to say it was like 9.
Yeah, it's like 08 or 09. Yeah, so that's a 10 or 11-year-old book. That's when your boy just started out, you know, like going to cons. We're getting these weird gremlins. I can hear them. Oh, well, right. You're not. Monty, can you hear those gremlins?
Yeah, there. I got gremlins on my end too.
Okay, that stopped. Gremlins.
It only starts when you start talking.
You got 'em wet. Yeah, exactly.
Let me try that. Let me try something. Let me mute the.
He's gonna try something. Then we can't hear Monte Moore.
Right. I think it might be on our connect. Monty's.
I think it's the interaction of the two cables.
I'm talking.
Yeah, now we can hear you. Yeah, we're trying a couple things. By 3 o'clock. I think it's the overlapping of these cables. These should not touch each other. Oh, Jimmy's got me on an angle. Watch. Exactly.
Oh, man.
Hang on a second. Cables definitely not overlap. Let's start. Coming up today at Crucial Con at 3 o'clock, we have the Hell Witch Sacrilegious Preview. Going to give you a little advanced preview of what you can expect during this Kickstarter, an inside look at the story, the pages. Then at 4 o'clock, what do we have, Brandy Reese, at 4 o'clock? We have the one and only David Harrigan. David Harrigan Instant Edition from 4 to 5. And I believe from 5 to 5:45, we have Spotlight on the one and only legendary Brian Miller. Brian Miller. Good stuff coming up for you guys and gals. And I think right at the top of that particular panel, the Brian Miller panel, we are going to have an announcement that I think will be fun to a lot of people out there in the culture. This sound thing is a little queer, odd, peculiar.
I'm gonna mute Monty for a little bit.
I can hear you.
Okay.
And then just checking Monty's progress here. I see someone, Evil Animosity, is looking forward to Hell Witch. Any chance of another Lady Death short box? I'd even pledge for that on a Kickstarter. So, true story. We actually have a deal with BCW to do a box, but it's kind of their license, so they got to get in touch with us, provide a template, and provide some structure so that we can actually get the thing rolling. So, and I think we've had this deal for like 6 months. So, come on, BCW, let's go. Up to you. Make a move. Your product. Let's see here. Too much chewing. Yeah, I hear that. And look at Monty. Wow, he's just like firing away. I'm checking out my side view. Get my little devil going. Look at that. Little devil action for you.
I can grow one too.
Okay.
I'm Italian.
All right. Chris Brooks, how you doing, man? Let's see here. Can instant edition purchases be signed by both Brian and Monty? Well, for this particular one, I'm sorry to say, Chris, only Brian Polito will be available because I'm easy. I'm here in HQ. Monty is sequestered away in an underground nuclear bunker outside of Denver, Colorado. So yeah, on this particular one, no. But what I might recommend actually is just hold on to it, and when we all come out of from being quarantined, Monty can then sign for it.
I'll add something too.
Oh, Nick wants to add something.
Like if you're looking to get Monty's signature at a later date, we do have an unsigned option, and that's what I'd recommend. Just choose an unsigned copy. That way you can get all your signatures at once and then submit to CGC.
There you go.
So yeah.
There's your answer.
Nick's got a plan.
Newer comments? Ryan, will we see a Lady Death CGC label anytime soon? Kelly, that's a great idea. Haven't really moved forward on that. I'm not against the idea. I should definitely do something about it. So Antonio D, I heard that Anthony Dude can sign your books too. You heard it here, you heard it now. Anthony Delaney is actually offering up his signature. We'll see exactly how we can manage that. We'll see. Actually, if you want to add Anthony's signature, add it in the comments during your order. And checking back in with Monte Moore.
Working away, working away. Getting down to the fun stuff, the legs. Here we go.
Well, this is a fun image. It's coming together very nicely. I wonder, what is she going to be seated upon? That's kind of what comes up for me. What will she be seated upon? I don't know.
There's a little
Shoot. Here we are at 137. Panel goes to 145, but I think we could let it go a little further so we get a clearer picture of what Monte Moore has in store for us.
Are you saying I'm not going to be done in time?
That's not what I'm saying. I have complete faith. Monte Moore, how many Lady Death covers do you think you've done?
I think it's right around the 50 mark.
Wow. 50 Monte Moore covers.
I believe so.
Monty is definitely going to become eligible for the Lady Death Masters comic book series soon.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
There you go. We've done Masters with Mike Crow. This time around with David Harrigan. Who knows who the Masters will be next year. And today, our broadcast is joined by little audio gremlins.
Right.
We've done 100 broadcasts, and this is the first time we've heard audio gremlins. So thank you for bearing with the gremlins. Barreling in, Monte Moore, great overhead shot, beautiful image, Anthony Delaney, coloring. So Monte Moore, I guess the premise would be, once you're complete, if you could scan it,
Yes.
send it to Anthony Delaney,
A scanner.
and Anthony Delaney will, pardon me?
We have a scanner right here in the studio. And
Amazing.
So we'll get a high-res scan right over to Mr. Antonio D, and he can work his magic.
I love it. Miguel Apodaca says, what about Richard Ortiz? I think Richard Ortiz is a long overdue Lady Death Masters candidate. Because he's been rocking out those Lady Death images since 2006, that I remember.
Oh, wow.
Some beautiful imagery. I definitely don't know how many Richard has done, 60, 70 covers. So Nick G think it might be over 100. Incredible. Hey, what up? There's that Billy from Econ. And you are sick. How you doing? Uh-oh, the whole, everything's shit. Here we go again. Whoa. Whoa.
We're in a boat.
That's true. Wait, the gremlins are gone. Oh, okay. I think that's because of the. Check out that Monte Moore. Going for it. Absolutely phenomenal. Try to get a closer look. What is she seated on? What is she seated on? I'm pretending I don't know. So cool.
Well, you know, you got to combine a little bit of that, but you know, she's got a little pet with her too.
Yes. Does she have a little pussy in her lap, Monty?
I believe she is actually petting a little.
She does. She's got a pussy on her lap. What's the problem? Somebody doesn't like cats? There you go.
I'm looking at the little screen. I can't see.
She's got a little tiny pussy in her lap. I don't know what's so funny. All it is a pussy in her lap.
Right.
I just like saying it.
We're all like 16-year-olds, so
like saying
really.
Let's go back to 12.
Hello, Matthew Davis. How you doing? Go, Monty, go.
Draw like the wind, baby.
That's right. Will, so here we are. Monte Moore has been training for 7 years with Shaolin monks to accomplish this feat of doing this entire drawing in 1 hour, coming into the home stretch. Monte Moore, how you feeling?
Pretty good. The only problem is at the monastery with the monks, I was the janitor and the monkey boy. So they didn't let me do actually any training. I was kind of more like Chris Farley in the White Ninja.
I don't believe that for a second. I'm sure that you had those monks working for you. You created a distillery. You're making moonshine out the back.
No comment.
Ruben Nino, of course, we agree with you. Here we go.
Gotta put a couple little skulls on her shoe here.
Let's see what we got here. Econ saying, damn, that is super clean beauty. Hey, Brian, how many will be available? So, economics and comics, this is what you got to know. We're at Crucial Con, and the editions that we're offering this weekend will be available and limited to the number of items we receive, orders we receive by this Monday at 5 p.m. This Monday at 5 p.m. So they are available to you. If you're busy and you're taking a boat across the Atlantic, a flight, if we're going to the moon, if you're going to the Antarctic, you still have time because orders are not due until Monday at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. What kind of time are we looking at, Brandy Sparkles? We have 17 minutes. Monty, do you feel you could complete this illustration in 17 minutes?
Oh yeah, hell yeah. I'm gonna rock this out.
He's gonna rock it out. It's what he does.
It's not
Moore and I
my
have-
first rodeo.
That's right. Yeah, Monte Moore and I have a lot of stories for a lot of fun times we've had. Dude, do you remember a couple years ago we were lucky enough to see Brian Johnson front AC/DC?
Oh man, that was one of the last shows too, because he had
Literally.
ear problems right after that, and
Yes.
I felt very fortunate to be at that show.
Yeah, that was a grail for me. I had never seen AC/DC, as crazy as that seems. But to see that show, man, they delivered and they really showed people how it's done.
Yeah, the sound and the production, I was so jazzed. I think it was one of the best rock shows I've ever seen. Is like a
Yes.
pure rock show.
Yeah, beautiful, like the lighting, yeah, the sound quality, set list was great. They played everything you wanted to hear.
Cannons. For those about to rock,
They
epic
had
shit.
cannons. So great. Well, now it looks like the image is coming further into focus, and we're starting to see what Lady Death is sitting on. And again, beckoning and evoking this time of year that we're simply right about to enter, our favorite Halloween.
Well, it's not Halloween without Jack and the O-Lanterns, his backup.
That's right. That's right. I
I
know that, since we're all more or less in the same place, we declared that HQ would have to be decorated, and Moonshine Mel has led the initiative and has begun the process of transforming the entirety of HQ into a Halloween wonderland. Yeah, it looks really cool.
good in here.
Looks so great. This particular
I'm
room,
pretty jealous.
this particular room isn't decorated yet, but
Because it always.
I know that. That's right. I know that this Saturday I'm actually going into one of my little storage units at the home and busting out the Halloween. And I know we got a lot of stuff that we could add. This will be the first time we weren't on the road for Halloween, because historically we would be in Tucson, Arizona, prepping our convention, Tucson Comic-Con. This is probably literally the first time in 10 years we'll be home for Halloween. So we're going to make the most of it, and we're going to put a ton of stuff out, and we're going to regret it by the time we're done putting it all out. So we got to clean it all up.
I don't think you ever regret decorating for Halloween.
That's right. Bob Conister in the house.
What's up, Bob? Big Bad Bob. That's what I call him. B3.
Scott No also saw AC/DC. What was the last show everybody saw? Mine happened to be King Diamond. Saw King Diamond, I guess, in February. Jimmy, were you there?
Yep.
Yeah, we went to see King Diamond. That was the last show, and then the world went away.
Josh said he saw Weezer.
Nice. I had so many concerts planned this year. It was ridiculous. Oh my God.
I was super bummed because Volbeat had to cancel and they were coming here to Denver.
Oh yeah, dude, that was one of the first ones we didn't get to see. We were all going to go, most of us at Coffin were going to go see Volbeat. They're doing a festival show in April 4th.
I know, seriously sucked.
It is what it is.
Yep. Got to stay home and do art instead, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's true. I've actually been watching a lot of the live streams that some artists have been doing. I watched Lamb of Gods perform their newest record in entirety last Friday, and then tomorrow night I'm actually going to watch them perform their record Ashes of the Wake as well.
Oh, wow.
Antonio D. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Haberfall and Sabaton. So you guys all have your cool. So both Antonio D and King Scott Finley have you've seen the right bands where only like 2,000 people in the United States even know what you're talking about. And of course it's great, but that's the rule. More than like honestly, we all like the Metallicas and the Megadeths, but honestly, the sweet spot is the bands that no one really knows about. Like I saw Ghost with 200 people in Los Angeles in 2011.
Shows like that are great because the fans give you.
Yeah, it's really crazy. And of course, I still love them, but of course, everybody in the world knows who they are now. It's a little less sweet. Our little band has grown up.
My concert that I'm asking was Panic!
Oh, that's cool. Well, you're taking.
No, it was for me.
Oh, okay.
Maybe he was there with his children.
He's a good dad. That's good. It's music. My music snob reaction is like, oh, Panic at the Disco. And of course, I really don't mind. Whatever's clever. Everybody enjoy. So let's check in with Monte Moore. It's now really turning into the jack-o'-lantern. If Antonio D is on the stream, are you excited about the possibility of, or are you excited about coloring this one? That looks like it's right up your alley.
I would think so.
Yeah, King Scott gets it. Someone had tickets for Rob Zombie, Alice Cooper, Black. Yeah, right, exactly. Well, we all know that story. Everything was canceled. Megadeth, Lamb of God, In Flames, Ministry. I think G and I were going to go. What was that festival? We're going to go to Cruel World Festival and see like 100 acts. Punk rock, new wave. Well, we're definitely going to. That was going to be Burn It Down weekend too. Yeah, we were basically. We were going to go and really get in trouble for that one. Let's see here. We have 11 minutes left for this panel session. We're observing a master at work. Things are really coming into focus. Holy mackerel. Monte Moore. Wow.
Thank you.
Dude.
Oh, I forgot to add, she needs a little buckle up here. She's missing a buckle on her shoe.
She needs a buckle.
There we go. Couple little skulls.
Oh, cool. Anthony, yeah, I'm sure you could rock this one. Your coloring is like perfectly cast for this image. You have a really unique color palette. It's gonna be cool. Super stoked. See what Scott No has to say. All right, Scott, thanks for checking in. I know you're at work, so thanks for doing that. Thanks to your bosses for allowing it to happen. And everybody else's bosses. Cool. So coming up at 2 o'clock, we're rescheduling the Sapphire Nova cosplay panel. But at 3 o'clock, please be back, because at that time, I'm going to give you an exclusive between us. Not those people, us. The Hell Witch Sacrilegious preview. This is going to be an intimate preview. I'm going to show you a couple of the editions, walk you through the story, show you some of the pages. Also like to let you know, Coffin Comics don't play, so it's already being marshaled by veteran letterer. It's being lettered by veteran letterer Marshall Dillon. Coloring is happening, so Coffin's on track. In terms of Lady Death Treacherous Infamy, we're deep in the printing process with everything. Already receiving stretch goals. Some of the books that we print digitally, we already have in-house. Things like the Chase Edition, the mystery envelopes, already organized. The homages, I'm actually going to sign some of them today. And then Monday, we actually launched the Crowdox. Nick G, is there anything you want to tell people they need to know about the launching of the survey period for Treacherous Infamy?
So yeah, okay. So we'll be launching our surveys at 11 o'clock Pacific time on Monday, and we'll be running those through, I think it's on, let me double check, it's early October.
10 days, 10 working days?
It's, yeah, they're gonna run for 10 days, so it's not gonna be, it's not gonna end that Friday, but the Friday after is when we'll lock down survey responses, so.
So you have 10 days to fill out your survey.
Right.
And we recommend people fill it out as soon as they get it. Don't wait. Because if you wait, it's just going to postpone your ability to get your stuff. We want you to have your stuff.
Another pointer I'll tell you guys is go into your email settings and make sure crowdox.com is whitelisted. With some email providers, sometimes those messages get spam for whatever reason. So good idea to check that out.
So what does whitelist mean?
Whitelisting means you're telling your email program not to send things from a specific sender to spam.
Got it.
Yeah.
So yeah, worst case scenario, check your spam folder, because after 11 o'clock Pacific Daylight Time this Monday, you're going to get a message. And if you haven't received it by noon, check your spam. So let's check in on the wonderful Monte Moore as we're barreling into the close of the first instant edition of this wonderful Crucial Con weekend. Next up is David Harrigan. Monte Moore, how are we doing?
I think I'm just wrapping up. I'm going to put a couple little shadow fill-in spots here, but I've got the figure all blocked in, a little shadow under Mr. Jack O'Lantern.
Yeah.
And I think we're right on target. So that way there won't be a delay for Mr. Antonio D.
Antonio D, and then we'll actually show you guys some progress as it goes about. I think by this time tomorrow, or the end of the day tomorrow, we should be able to show you at least a digital image, and that it is our hope that we'll actually show you samples of the finished product on Saturday. And Monte Moore's Instant Edition is available at coffincomicsshop.com. Just go to the top. We have a particular little category called Crucial Con. You can order it, and you can see how it's coming together. This particular edition and all editions related to Crucial Con will be limited to copies ordered by this Monday at 5 p.m. Yeah. Heck yeah.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Monte Moore, I think you made it look easy. Look at you. Monte Moore is a pro.
There's a little bit of a
Oh, wow.
close up for you.
Wow. Her face is fantastic.
Yeah. Well, you
Do
know,
I get the sense that Lady Death, you have a vision of how she looks in your mind now?
Well, yeah, you know, I try to still, all the art is different. I guess I'm not one of those artists who wants to make it, you know, look the same every time, but there are certain parameters that it falls in with her jaw structure and things like that. And as you have always told me, Lady Death should be treated like a goddess.
That's right. Lady Death is nobody's victim. Yeah, even as a...
sign this here, I think it's ready to go.
Whoa, Monte Moore pulling it off, the instant edition. Phenomenal. Let's get bringing it home. Fantastic.
And, we should put the date on this one. So today is 24th, I believe, right?
9/24.
Okay. So that's 9. So we're gonna put a 9/24/20 right there, and then the old Monty.
Looks like Joe snagged that Tim Vigil cover. Super cool, super rare. It's only 13 of them. It was never produced in any other way except as a handcrafted years ago.
Ta-da!
Ta-da.
Fantastic. Where's that hype button? We need a little hype.
Ooh, look at that.
Little hype for the one and only Monte Moore.
So they're all right, Andy. This is good for you.
I think we can call that one done. Wow, Monte. Well, now the next step. Here we go, folks. Here we are as we come to the end of this panel. Couple things. This image will now be scanned. The high resolution scan will go to Antonio D. It's up to Antonio D to do the work and color the image. Once the image is colored, it goes to graphic designer Mike Flippin to pop in all the trade dress, and then it goes back to our printer in Tempe, Arizona to print. Can we get them back and have samples made by Saturday afternoon? Only time will tell, so please tune in, stay tuned. Sometimes it's a rocky road, but I don't think so. So we're about to wrap up this panel. Again, the 2 p.m. panel is going to be postponed, and at 3 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, Brian Polito, myself, will be back to give you a Hell Witch Sacrilege preview. So you guys have been great. Monte Moore, we cannot thank you enough for your great work, your kinship, and your spirit, man. Thank you, man. So you guys have been great. We've been Coffin Comics. Be back at 3 p.m. where we're going to rock your world and show you the insights to Hell Witch Sacrilege.